Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news the global bond rout is gathering pace. The US 10-year Treasury yield, the benchmark for borrowing costs worldwide, has risen to 4.11%, the highest since October 2008, with investors fretting about the prospects of a recession from aggressive central bank actions to tame inflation. Minneapolis Fed President Neil Kashkari was the latest policymaker to warn that the American central bank might need to lift its policy rate above 4.75% if underlying inflation continues to accelerate. In the US, the widely watched Beige Book review of the US economy by the Federal Reserve regional members paints a picture of a modestly expanding economy with some wide regional variations. Retail activity is flat, they noted, but factory activity is expanding. Employment continued to rise at a modest to moderate pace, they noted, and although price growth remained elevated, some easing is showing up in a number of regions. US mortgage applications, however, dipped yet again last week, extending the long string of declines that basically stretched back to the start of 2021, with only occasional gains in between. But what is rising relentlessly are their mortgage interest rates, now up to 6.94% plus points. And Canada's September CPI inflation rate came in at 6.9% and sticking close to the 7% level recorded for August. Their producer prices are rising faster at 9% in the year to September, although this is a slower rate than the August 10.2% rise. And China's data and economic news is still locked up so as not to distract from the party's big meetings. And the overall EU inflation rate for September was released overnight and coming in at 10.9%, with the frontline states facing Russia being hit the hardest, and France, Spain and Italy keeping the overall rate restrained. The US Treasury 10-year yield starts today, as we mentioned earlier, up at 4.11% and 9 basis points up from this time yesterday. And the price of gold will open today at $1,630 an ounce. That's down $20 from this time yesterday. And oil prices start today up $1.50 at just on $83.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is now on $90.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar will open today at 56.6 US cents and 20 basis points softer than this time yesterday. But against the Australian dollar, we're up to 90.4 Australian cents and a small rise. Against the euro, we're also firm at 57.9 euro cents. That all means our trade weight index starts today at 67.5 and marginally higher than this time yesterday. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David